Book Time presents The Infallible Formula by Conny Mendez. Every human mind is a repository of opinions, beliefs, or misconceptions that often run contrary to truth and the fundamental principles of creation. These beliefs persistently manifest as the calamities and sufferings that afflict individuals and the world at large: illnesses, accidents, infirmities, conflicts, disharmony, scarcity, failure, and even death. Fortunately, none of these align with the truth of being. There is a way to eliminate all such false beliefs and replace them with accurate ones, leading not only to positive, good, and joyful conditions and circumstances, but also preventing the recurrence of negativity in our lives. Once an error is corrected and the truth is ingrained in the subconscious, negative occurrences cease to manifest. The directive has been changed. The polarity of the magnet has switched. It is impossible to attract anything that does not find its match in us. Here's an infallible formula. Whenever something undesirable happens to you, illness, accident, theft, offense, harassment, or causing harm to yourself or others, if you suffer from a physical, moral, or character flaw, if you detest someone, are consumed by jealousy, are tormented by unrequited love, are victimized by injustice or domination, the list is endless. Know the truth. As the greatest metaphysical master, Jesus Christ, said, "Know the truth and the truth shall set you free." Truth, the supreme law, embodies perfect harmony, beauty, goodness, justice, freedom, health, life, intelligence, wisdom, love, and bliss. Anything opposite is merely an illusion. It is against the supreme law of perfect harmony, therefore it is a lie because it contradicts the truth. Your higher self is perfect. It has always been perfect. It can't fall ill because it is life. It can't die for the same reason. It can't age, suffer, fear, sin, or struggle. It is unchanging. It is beautiful, loving, intelligent, wise, blissful. That's the truth. It's your truth, my truth, the truth of all humans, right now. The human being isn't God, just as a drop of seawater isn't the sea. However, the drop contains everything the sea does, albeit to an infinitesimal degree. For an atom, that drop is an ocean. Whatever you're manifesting, whatever is happening to you that is against perfect harmony, or whatever you're doing or enduring that is contrary to perfect harmony, is due to a mistaken belief that you created, recognized, reflexively projected outward, and attracted its match from outside. It has nothing to do with your higher self, which remains perfect. Your conditions and your situation are perfect. In each of the circumstances above, first remember what I've just told you, and then say mentally or aloud, as you prefer, "I do not accept it." Say it firmly but with infinite gentleness. Mental processes don't require physical force. Neither thoughts nor spirit possess muscles. Say, "I do not accept it" calmly, with conviction and resolve, without shouting, violence, abrupt movement. After saying "I do not accept it," recall that your higher self is perfect, its conditions are perfect. Now say, "I declare that the truth of this problem is harmony, love, intelligence, justice, abundance, life, health, etc., whichever counters the negative condition manifesting at that moment." Thank you, Father, for hearing me. Don't blindly believe what you're reading. You should verify it for yourself. In metaphysical language, this process is called a treatment. After any treatment, you must maintain the declared attitude. Don't let doubt creep in about the treatment's effectiveness, and avoid reverting to your previous concepts, opinions, and beliefs, as that would negate the treatment. The goal is to transform the dominant mental pattern in your subconscious, the mental climate you've been living in, with all its negative circumstances. As St. Paul said, "Be transformed by the renewal of your mind." This renewal is achieved by challenging every old belief that comes before your life or consciousness when it is known to contradict the truth. Some beliefs are so deeply rooted that they form crystallizations in metaphysical language. These require more effort to dislodge. But every denial and affirmation targeted at these crystallizations gradually erases their initial blueprint until it disappears entirely, leaving nothing but the truth. You will begin to witness miracles in your life, in your surroundings, and in your conditions. Your perceived defects are merely illusions of defects. What you regard as moral or physical defects are transient. When you know the truth about your true self, your Christ, your higher self, your perfect child of God created in the image of the Father, the imperfections you present to the world begin to fade. It is an empirically verifiable fact. Any student of Christian metaphysics can corroborate what I've just told you. This is the great truth. Don't ever forget it. Begin practicing it right now. The more you practice, the more you realize, the further you advance, and the happier you will feel. Remember, you are unique, just like your fingerprints. You were created following a unique blueprint for a special purpose that only you can fulfill. It has taken you 14,000 years to evolve to where you are today. God's expressions are infinite. You and I are merely two of those infinite expressions. Your Christ is an intelligent being who loves you immensely and has been waiting for centuries for you to recognize him. The time has come. Speak to him, consult with him, and await his answers. He is the unique guide and master for you. When you come to understand, accept, and realize this truth, it will be the birth of Christ for you. This is the prophecy for this age. He is the Messiah. It's not about the rebirth of Jesus. It's about everyone discovering the Christ within their consciousness and their heart, just as it happened to Jesus. That's why they called him Jesus Christ. The decree. Each spoken word is a command that manifests externally. The word is verbalized contemplation. Jesus conveyed two ideas that haven't been given due importance. First, by your words you will be condemned, and by your words you will be acquitted. This isn't just about how others perceive us based on what we say, even though that's part of it. As observed, the Master was teaching metaphysics, a concept the masses were not ready to grasp then. He often hinted at having more to share, but knew it wouldn't be comprehended. He also noted that those with the ability to understand should. The second point he made about the power of speech was, what enters a person's mouth does not make him unclean, but what comes out, because it originates from the heart. It couldn't be stated more plainly. I suggest that you pay heed to everything you declare within a single day. For instance, business is dreadful, times are hard, youth is misguided, traffic is unbearable, service is terrible, getting service is impossible, don't leave that unattended, it will be stolen, robberies occur at every turn, I fear going out, beware, you might trip, be cautious or you'll end up hurt, you'll be hit by a car, you're about to break that, I have such bad luck, I can't eat that, it affects me, my forgetfulness, my allergies, my migraine, my arthritis, my indigestion. That person is a criminal, that person is wicked, it figures, when it rains, it pours. Don't act surprised or lament if you witness it occurring. You've proclaimed it. You've issued a command that needs to be executed. Remember and never forget, every word you express is a decree. Positive or negative. If positive, it leads to goodness. If negative, it results in harm. If it's against your neighbor, it's as if it's against you. It comes back to you. If it's kind and empathetic towards others, you'll receive the same in return. And when something annoying, negative, or unpleasant occurs, don't say, "But I wasn't anticipating or fearing this would happen." Have the honesty and humility to recollect how you commented about someone else. Recognize when an entrenched belief, maybe just a societal norm like the ones mentioned earlier, emerges from your heart, which you genuinely do not wish to continue espousing. The emotion accompanying a thought is what etches it most deeply in the subconscious. Jesus, known for his concise speech, eloquently put it, "What comes out of the mouth originates from the heart," giving us a clear hint. The initial emotion we are taught is fear, first by our parents, then by our spiritual guides. When afraid, our heart pounds. We often say, "My heart nearly leapt out of my chest," to demonstrate our intense fear. Fear underpins all the negative phrases listed above. St. Paul claimed, "We are altered by the renewing of our minds." Each time you catch yourself speaking negatively, you'll identify the ingrained misconceptions in your subconscious, the emotion they obey, fear or lack of love. Reject them, deny their validity, and assert the truth if you no longer wish to see it reflected in your life. After practicing this for a while, you'll observe a shift in your language and thought process. You and your life will be transformed through the rejuvenation of your mind. When socializing with others, you'll be fully aware of their belief systems and observe it in their experiences. Whenever you encounter negative discussions, do not support their claims. Think, "I reject this for me and for them." You don't need to verbalize it. It's better to keep the truth you're learning to yourself, not because it must be concealed, but because of the hidden axiom, "When the student is ready, the teacher appears." By the law of attraction, anyone ready to ascend is automatically drawn to someone who can facilitate their progress, so don't attempt to impose your newfound knowledge. Don't push anyone into receiving these lessons of truth, as those you assume would be most receptive may turn out to be least appreciative. This was Jesus' meaning when he said, "Do not give dogs what is holy, and do not throw your pearls before pigs, lest they trample them underfoot and turn to attack you."